Alright, so when I started dating in high school, I was very much on some like lover boy shit, you know? I think I was always kind of like affection starved since I was a little kid, and it affected how I was with girls. Now, needless to say, all them relationships went exactly the way you could expect. I got my heart broke. And after it happened enough times, eventually, I kind of started just to lose interest in opening up at all and like risking getting hurt. So I did, like for the most part, I closed myself off, and going forward, that was just kind of how I kept it. 19 and 20 was more the same. Like I kept everybody at a distance, and it just ended up being mainly casual dating, casual sex. And then going into my early 20s, as I slowly grew up a little bit and matured a little bit, I still decided to keep things like strictly casual just so I could focus on myself and like figure myself out. So I found myself alone a lot of nights. I didn't have a girl living with me. I didn't have a girlfriend. And, like the casual hookups, you didn't really spend the night with each other. Y'all kind of did your thing and bounced. So as time passed on, I kind of noticed something. I found myself getting used to being alone all the time. It stopped bothering me, and it didn't even feel like being alone anymore. Like it felt like I was just chilling by myself, and that was it. And it kind of became normal. And I thought for a while, I thought it was a good thing, that I felt comfortable being alone, cause like mad people I know are serial daters. Like they don't feel comfortable by themselves, so they always got to be attached to somebody else to distract them from the fact that they're uncomfortable with who they are. So I kind of settled even more into being comfortable with being alone. And somewhere along the line, dog, I don't even know. I lost the plot, bro. Like I became way too comfortable with being alone. Like I still went out and dated, spent time with women. It's not like I like locked myself away or nothing, but I realized that like I spend a lot of time alone, and not on like no weirdo shit. Cause like like I have good people skills, I have good communication skills. Like that shit's easy for me. So I was never socially awkward or like nothing like that. I don't know, like I just felt comfortable being dolo. But I realized lately the fact that I'm so cool with being dolo and like on my, not to sound edgy or corny, but like on some lone wolf shit all the time, that all I did really was just kind of severely overcorrect from when I was a teenager. Because back then that I was so desperate for like love and affection from these girls that I liked, that I kind of overplayed my hand and I got hurt every time. And it's like now as a grown man, I put up so many fucking walls around myself to, protect me from getting hurt that shit, I can't even remember the last time I let somebody in. Back then, I was so desperate to not be alone, I would just do anything for somebody who was giving me attention. And now I'm so unbothered about being alone. Shit, I make it damn near impossible for a shorty to get my attention in the first place. I just become too comfortable with being alone. And I don't really know how to fix that. I don't know if it's something I need to fix in the first place. Because, I mean, the dating scene in 2025 is kind of dog shit for all of us. But adding on top, like, how okay I've become with being alone. Like, I haven't had a relationship in like 6 years. It's been 6 years of situationships and hookups. And I don't want to go into my 30s doing the same shit. Just hooking up or, situationship shit, or the fun but toxic dating for 2 weeks and falling in love in 2 weeks and then fucking splitting up and never talking to each other again. Like, I don't want to keep doing that shit. It's like in your 20s is one thing, but like if you like 35 and doing that shit, it started being like, all right, like what's going on, bro? So, but like I don't know how to fix it. I don't know if it's something I really need to fix. In some ways, it has been a good thing. Like I don't put up with half the bullshit from women that like my friends do, and because of that, like all the shorties that I do fuck with or I do date or whatever, like they always come correct with me. They treat me well. They're respectful, and obviously it's a two-way street. Vice versa. I'm the same way with them. But I don't have to put up with a lot of drama and a lot of bullshit. Most of my relationships are drama-free because I like to have my life drama-free as possible. And like since I'm not thirsty for coochie, like a lot of motherfuckers is, it's made my dating experience like that much healthier. Because like that ass, I'll go into each situation on some like good intentions. Let's become friends and go from there type shit. And, so not to sound like, ooh, I'm Mr. Bitches, but like I know the sex is gonna come because I know how to treat a woman well without fixating on the physical shit. And so it just kind of naturally progresses to that point anyway. We catch a vibe and, it goes from there. But when I think about the fact that, you know, it's like I'm 29, dog. I have never been in love before. My longest actual relationship was like 8 or 9 months. And then other than that, my longest situationship was like on and off for 2 years. And then on top of that, the fact that I'm just not willing to put up with a lot of bullshit, it's like, I don't know, bro. I'm worried I'm gonna be having this conversation 5 years from now. Like, I'm glad that being alone isn't the end of the world for me. But I feel like when being alone all the time starts to become normal feeling, that's when you know it's not, and you might need to work on something.